Again, not sure when you're watching it. I don't know how quick I will be in editing this video. However, another day, another drone build. So it's Alex again. Another day, another drone build. However, the concept of this drone is a little bit different. It's just 3-star quad that I'll be using for training, for crashing. So it should be durable, it should be quick, it should be cheap, it should be analog. However, I think I can manage all these 3 things. So let's see what will be need for building it, and let's build it. In terms of tools, I think it's everything will be used. However, if something will be required, I could pick. Another coating we'll be using is actually a small monitor, and of course we'll be need PC to connect to the Betaflight configurator and to configure drone. So let's get started slowly. And under one used part, so actually I forget. Let's start with quick description what we have here. So it's frame. It's actually a copy of Apex 3 from Banggood. I have here an F4 mini stack from SpeedyBee. I have Beta FPV motors. It's 1505 motors. I have an TBS Unify transmitter VTX. I have an cable separate for it. I have some GPSs by Flavoo, so it's GoCo Nano V3, and only one used part is actually OneCam camera. It's OneCam Nano 2. Not maybe the top end, but however I think it will be good for our build. So yeah, let's get started. Just unpacked the frame and I can found one small problem with it. There's no any manual, so I'll be need to go Google it how to build this frame. It's actually one of the downsides of Chinese copies. I'm definitely not sure about them building it correctly, but anyways, it's actually looking quite solid, so probably I'm right. So these screws are for installing stuck inside the quad and everything else. So yeah, so now I'll be need to finish building frame and install actual motors, install stack video camera and everything you need. Reached a good point of setting second part of the frame and checking how my camera will be fit, so I'll be need to think something about it. Longer screws probably, or just some using some beavers or something like that I will have for just make sure that camera is in a correct position and being adjusted. Is what it will be looking. One thing I could say, we can see that it's budget frame for a couple of reasons. First, despite they give a lot of screws and different things, they lack things like small point for the nano cameras. They are very popular right now. And second thing what they're lacking is actually a strap. So any kind of strap. Yeah, I know, it's optional thing. If like companies nice decide to give you a strap, so you get it. But still, it would be nice thing to get it in a kit. I hope I have one, so I'll be just trying to search mine, so it's not a problem for me, but it can be a problem for some first time pilots. I apologize guys, I didn't see them, sorry. Yeah, actually the company gives you a converter for the cameras, so it's fine. And I think we could install our Beta FPV motors that we have here. It's quite cool Beta FPV motors, so we can try. Another time guys, I'm apologizing. I actually said that it's 1505 motors. I'm wrong. It's 1506 and it's 300 kV motors. I hope they will be okay for this drone. Fortunately, I didn't manage to set actually that things with actually an motor. The original M8 screws, that are coming from the box are too large, so I'll be just use my screws, probably 2 6mm to install my motors. Only now I realized I forgot to show you what receiver we'll be using. Of course we'll be using Foxeer Express LOS receiver 2.4 GHz that I use for other mic quads. I like it a lot, so it's a good receiver, so we'll be gonna use that one. So yeah, I installed all 4 motors to the quad. So now I think I'll be go with installing stack, and probably was predicting size what will be need to solder the wires. Really in that moment I'm taking my battery, installing strap, and just checking how it's holding and battery. Time for stack and for some soldering. So let's do it. I installed my actual ESC, so now I'll be soldering capacitor and wires. Why I'm installing it like that? For actually a very good reason, because I wanna install my battery sideways, so I need to have a wire for XT30 over there. So actually decided to move and capacitor and connector to the other side, otherwise there will be a large capacitor out of tone, which is not nice absolutely, so yeah, I just move it. So now we need to install thermotube on it. So the next thing is actually expand wires to able fetch an ESC regulator on the drone, so I'll be doing it right now. So I finally finished with soldering engines, so the motors. I hope there are no short circuits somewhere, otherwise it will be really expensive for me to fix it. I used some cable forms and I double isolated, so I have some isolation tube inside, and I double isolated with a short tape to make sure it's not short circuit anywhere. I hope it will be helping from short circuit. Actually flight controller, and it's actually a place where I'm first connecting my drone to the butterfly and to the battery to check all engines are spinning, nothing is burned, and there will be no epic fail there. Connecting battery. Here I have my butterfly configuration. I'm taking risks, just adding some throttle. All spinning, nothing burning, which is very good. So I end up with adding my fly stack to the drone. So now I will be soldering all extras, which is camera, VTX, expressors, receiver, and the things. Solder it on expressors receiver. So next one what will be going is GPS. Solder it also in a GPS. So hope it will be working. So now on the camera left and VTX, so my analog camera to the drone. So I will be adding another part when I finish build, just to check it will be more than enough. So I'll be just solder the wires, and probably it's everything except I need solder and actually VTX. As a person with some experience before, I ordered some normal pigtails, so I'll be using them. I soldered it, and before I will be soldered to the drone, I'll be install antenna and install actually thermal tube on it. The rule is never turn on and actually VTX without the antenna. So solder it up and video receiver. Only one thing is questionable. I soldered it as S-bus input, so probably if I can turn off my inverter off, so I can do configuration. If not, I will just desolder and solder the wire to the another connection. But it shouldn't be a big deal. Okay, realizing things until when it's too late. I have here male antenna, as I call it, and I have nothing that I can plug it here, so I just end up with using original one. Yes, it's trash, but it works. So I connected my small screen just to see it's any OSD, and as you can see there's any OSB, so which that means it works normally. So I can build my drone, so just install everything together and start final adjustments. Replace the antenna, so it's different one, and actually now installing everything in ThermoTube and install it on the quad, so final steps. So yeah, almost ready. So one thing I have left to do is actually move GPS a little bit and its wiring, and actually it's probably and reinstall camera because it's upside down. And now I have one more connection here joined, like where my expressor is antenna lie. So yeah, it's like old style quad in 2024.